All right, it's Michael here with GoodEReader.com. We're at a Kobo launch event for their 3 new products, and we're going to check out some of them today. So, first things first, what do we have here?
Hi there, I'm Samir Hassan. I'm the Director of Product Management for the e-reader devices at Kobo, and I'm going to show you Kobo Glo and Kobo Mini, our newest additions to our e-reader product line.
All right, great. So, with the Kobo Glo, what was the idea to go the illuminated route, and can you tell us about the philosophy behind that?
Yeah, for sure. All of us at Kobo are avid readers. Many of us are very avid e-ink readers. We all have Kobo touches. We read all the time. We felt that the dedicated, immersive reading experience that an e-ink display provides is really not paralleled by anything else. The one drawback that we all saw with the technology and with devices like, for example, our very successful Kobo Touch, the only one drawback that we saw was that it's difficult to read e-ink in different lighting situations where you might not have enough light. You might, in bed at night, you have to turn on a lamp, or you have to clip on a light that you can buy, in times of, like, for example, sunset on your porch, you might not have enough ambient light for you to really read effectively. So we wanted to solve that problem, and we went ahead and did that. And that's really the philosophy behind why we introduced what we're calling comfort light to our product line.
Okay, so speaking of a Kobo comfort light, it's a little bit light in here, but can you demonstrate how a user would turn it on and check out the Glo feature?
Yeah, for sure. You will see it, no problem, even if it's a lot of light in here. I will turn it on just at a click of a button. The screen will illuminate in a very even, smooth, pleasant, comfortable light that allows you to read at any time of the day, regardless of your particular lighting situation at the time. So let me just go into a book and let you see what that looks like in terms of text. We feel that with Kobo Glo, we provided the best front-lit reading experience in the world. And we don't only do that with just adding a light. We also make sure that when we're adding a light, we don't make any compromises to the optical quality of for example, the text. And you'll notice that we don't have any reflections. We don't have any gradients or any distracting LEDs shining in your face. We have one smooth, even experience, so you can really just forget about the light and just start focusing more on the story, because it's really about getting the customer close to the story.
So with the LED lights along here, where exactly are they in the bezel? Are they at the top? Are they in the bottom? How many LED lights do you actually have?
Yeah, I just wanted to illustrate, just by asking that question, you kind of illustrated how well the solution has actually been integrated into this device. You can't tell what a light source is; it's so even. So the light source is actually along the bottom, and if I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but if I angle it a little bit, you can kind of see totally. The 5 LEDs that we're using to illuminate the display. And for those, if people are more technically inclined, I can do a little bit more explanation. The LEDs basically shoot through this very thin, micro-thin layer of film that we placed on top of the e-ink display.
Okay.
And that film evenly diffuses the light across the entire screen, even though this light source is only at the bottom.
Right, I've noticed that it gives you almost the impression that there's LED lights consistently around the bezel.
Yeah,
and that's one of the drawbacks to some other companies that have done the Glo feature, where if you do read at night, you do see the light sort of emitting down, and it almost gives you these cascade shadow effects, whereas this, it's even. Yeah,
this is part of it really stems from our design philosophy. We want to use technology to basically make it invisible, essentially. So we want people to be directly engaged with their customer, with their reading experience, directly engaged with the story, with what the author wants to communicate. Reading is not a technical experience. We don't want to make it seem gadgety or overly technical. So we've taken a lot of pains to just try to smooth that out. So when you're using Kobo Glo, it's you and the story and nothing else matters, kind of thing.
So is there a way to control the brightness of the glow feature, and can you demonstrate that?
That is a great question. I will demonstrate that right away. Sorry. Do that. So you just hit this little icon at the bottom, and you can adjust the brightness to very low if you like.
So it's a sliding scale.
It's a sliding scale.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And
just like you would find on like a smartphone.
Can you tell us about the battery life? You know, if I have the glow feature on, how will that affect the battery? How long can I read with the glow feature on before I have to recharge it?
Yeah. So in the e-ink or the e-reader industry, we have sort of a strange way of talking about battery life. We talk about it in terms of reading scenarios. So
right, page turns.
Yeah, if you read 30 minutes per day, and if you turn one page per minute, you're going to get, for example, from touch, 1 month of battery life. With Kobo Glo, you will also get 1 month, regardless of whether the light is on or off. So you take 0 battery hit using this light in that scenario.
Can you show us some of the ways that you can augment the reading experience, changing fonts, changing the fonts altogether, the font size, notes, annotations? Can you demonstrate how users can have a little bit more control over reading? Yeah,
so the things like the notes and annotations, you're basically going to get the same thing that we have in Touch, or in Kobo Touch. So I'll talk a little bit more about what we did in terms of text customization, because we actually have done some pretty cool things. So in addition to not compromising the reading experience, we've actually made it quite a lot better. First thing was the XGA screen, the high resolution screen, something that allows, from a text perspective, text is clearer, crisper, just like you would increase the resolution on your monitor, have the same kind of effect by increasing the resolution on the screen.
So the resolution is what again?
Resolution is the number of pixels that are present on this one.
I mean, it's 1024 by 768?
Yes, 1024 by 758.
Okay.
And that's how it comes from e-ink. So that just out of the box will make the text clearer, crisper, sharper. But we've added even more stuff to make to really enhance the reading experience even further. So like you asked about, I'm going to show you our reading customization menu. We have a lot of customization options. At one point we actually calculated it out, and I think we had over 144 trillion ways to customize this device, which basically means, for those who, it's a big number, but it basically means there's a perfect e-reading experience waiting for you in this device. So part of the ways to customize it is obviously the font styles and the sizes. We have the 7 font styles that are available on this device. We have 24 different font sizes, all kinds of different margin and line spacing options as well.
So when you actually, what I like about the way that Kobo does things is everything's dynamic. Some e-readers, when you change the font size, it doesn't dynamically update it. You have to jump through a few hoops and stuff. With changing font size, line space, it's dynamic. It happens instantly, right?
Exactly, and that's what we it's a part of our just trying to make the customer not worry about that kind of thing. They shouldn't have to deal with that stuff, so we deal with it from a software perspective so that they don't have to. One thing that I wanted to really focus on in terms of font customization is what we're calling Type Genius. And Type Genius is the ability...
So this is new?
Yeah, this is new.
Okay, so talk about Type Genius.
Type Genius is a way to really fine-tune how you read a book. So for example, I like really dark fonts. So we have added the ability to adjust the weight and the sharpness of the font. So I'll show you how that works in a second here. So if I just slide this weight slider all the way to the right, you will see here that there's a little preview, shows me that the font has gotten darker. I apply it, and it takes a second, and now you see the font has become darker. And you can probably see it from from like across the room. It's actually quite nice and crisp and dark, and this is a lot of customers will want to sort of be able to adjust that weight.
So is this something that's only unique to the Kobo Glo, or is this feature found?
As far as I know, this is unique to the Kobo Glo.
Okay.
Unique to the Kobo line of devices. So you'll be able to do this on Kobo Mini, and you'll be able to do this on Kobo Touch as well.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually a very cool feature, and I think that's something that a lot of readers want, is a little bit more flexibility and control over not just the type of fonts like Times New Roman and Arial, but the size of the font. And with these new features, you can actually control how dark or light the font is, and even give you more control more than ever, which ultimately gives you guys an advantage, because there's really no other company that even does this.
Exactly, and you know what? My initial reaction to this was, why would anybody want to read a non-dark font? But it turns out people like light fonts as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a matter of let's just make the fonts darker. It's a matter of let's give the customer a choice, and that's what we've done here.
Okay, so can you demonstrate, any of the other unique features on this? You showed us the reading experience. Can you highlight text and open it up in dictionaries? What type of support do you have for, if I'm using this, say, in a school and I don't know a word, what can I do to look that up?
So, for example, if you want to look up a word, all you have to do is what I just did there. You just have to long press on it, and it'll come up with the meaning right away.
Okay.
So just like that. And if you want to highlight, it's just another step away. Do a highlight like that. Hit the highlight button, and it's highlighted. If you want to, let's see, I'll do it again. If I add a note. See if I want to add a note here. And I can basically go ahead and add very easily, quickly, add an annotation. And you'll see this you'll get this functionality again in Kobo Mini and Kobo Touch.
Right, as the firmware is updated.
Actually, in Kobo Touch you should have this functionality now.
Okay.
The annotations and the...
Are you able to export these notes as individual files?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, but it is on our roadmap, and we're definitely giving it a future.
Okay, cool. Yes. Yeah, I think that's one feature that a lot of people have been asking for. With the Goody Reader forum, people are always asking about, I want to export my notes so I can open them up on my PC, or so I can print them, especially for academia. I want to highlight a passage of text and then save that for study, so I don't actually need to have the physical.
Exactly, and make a little book out of your notes if you wanted to. Yes, absolutely. So as you know, as you probably know more than most, is that we have a great track record of listening to people, not just through conventional customer communication channels like customer care and our call centers, etc., but also through social media, through blogs, through forums. We constantly monitor the webosphere, if you will, and to make sure that we're mining customer requests in the most effective way possible, so that what we're delivering on a month-to-month, quarter-to-quarter basis is exactly what our customers want. And I think that's we've got a great track record of doing that, and we're going to continue to do that with these devices as well.
Okay, so this is Michael with GoodyReader.com, and we've been just checking out the Kobo Glo. Stay tuned for more coverage of the Kobo Mini and the Kobo Art.